today has got quite a light, summery feel to it. All made in the Ninja, of course. This is going to be my sausage and pesto tray bake. It's going to have some nice little Jersey Royal potatoes in there, which I absolutely adore. We're going to have peas for a little bit of green and freshness, and it goes really well with the pesto. Going to add some fresh basil and some parmesan, completely optional, but they're quite nice at the end. You can even add a few pine nuts as well to this if you like. As always, it's going to be really simple and easy to follow. Going to start the first stage with pressure cooking the little Jersey Royal potatoes because I want to tenderize those before we go on to baking the rest of the recipe. Let me show you how to make it, nice and simple, and if you like the look of it, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new here to Susannah's Kitchen, then of course my name is Susannah, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and come along the journey with us on creating gorgeous recipes using our Ninja Foodies. Here we go with making the sausage pesto tray bake. Got some nice ingredients here, a little bit lighter, a little bit fresher. I think this is going to be delicious. Pesto is in the fridge actually because I bought a fresh pesto. You can make your own. I've got a recipe for that, so I'll leave that link above there for you now. So let's start off with our potatoes. Now, if we just put these in at the same time as our sausages and everything else, it's probably going to be they're going to be a bit firm in the middle, aren't they, basically? So we need to sort that out. So let's get those in my Ninja pot. You can cook as many of these as you want. You don't have to do the same quantity as me. And then over the top of those, we're going to add 250 millilitres of water, which is your minimum when you're pressure cooking. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to pressure cook these to tenderize them before we do the rest of the recipe. And let's get the pressure vent onto seal so that we can come up to pressure. Got some gorgeous sunshine in here this evening. It's on here, probably not the best thing for you viewing, but maybe I'll move it over in a second. So let's just get the pressure cook going. So we want to go on high. I want a quick release on these, and I'm only actually going to just go with 1 minute. At the end of the day, we can always cook them a little bit longer on the bake, and I obviously don't want them to be too overdone and to fall apart at all. So let's go 1 minute and we'll see where we're at. So I'm just scooping my little potatoes out. So they are softened but firm. I mean, if you have a look with my knife here, that goes in nice and easy, but they're holding together perfectly. Now you could put them in just like this, but I like to flatten mine like this, so you get kind of little crispy bits. You look just like this, and they will roast beautifully like that. Just in case you're interested, I'm using these sausages, which are the naked ones. We really like these. No artificial additives. They're gluten-free as well, high in protein, and these taste really lovely. So in here now, I have got my potatoes, sausages, my red onion, and they have all just been crushed just ever so slightly. You can see that. We get some nice crispy edges going on there. My peas I'm going to leave until later, and we will add those towards the end. Pine nuts, again, I can put these in so you get a little bit of a crispiness to those, but really the last sort of 5 minutes or so. Basil, I'm going to leave that until the end to top it with some parmesan as well. But for now, I just want to get some of my pesto in. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. So you can just really scatter this around. There's no real right or wrong with this, but this is really going to add loads of flavour to this dish. Get some salt on those potatoes, add some pepper if you like as well. Absolutely yummy. Just going to give the potatoes a tiny bit of spray oil because that's really just going to help them crispen up, and also on the onions. And I'm going to use the rack and sit this on top of the rack. There's loads of different ways you could do this. Obviously, you can do it directly in the pot. You don't have to do the method like this. You could put it in the air fryer basket if you prefer. It's entirely up to you. So let's get the lid down. You could air fry this if you don't want to bake it, but I'm going to go with bake. I'm actually going to keep it on 190. That seems like a good temperature to me. I really don't know how long this is going to take. I'm going to put it on for 25. Keep an eye on it, and let's see where we end up. I'm going to turn the sausages part way through cooking, make sure we get a nice colour all the way around on those, and hopefully get some crispy bits on those new potatoes. This is cooking beautifully. Look how nice this looks. What I'm going to do now is just give everything a little turn, just so that we get a nice even cook on those sausages, because I can't bear it when they look completely anemic. Not good. Lovely. And you can just turn your potatoes over if you want to. Obviously they may fall apart slightly, but oh, it's all good. Look at them little crispy bits that we're getting on those potatoes. They look delicious. And again, with the onion, get some softer parts, get some crispy parts, really nice. You can sort of start spreading them out a little bit. There you go. Let's carry on cooking. There is just a couple of minutes of cooking time left, and this is looking pretty good now. I'm going to add my peas in, and they've been defrosting on the side. I don't necessarily need to actually cook these on bake, but what I do want to do is just make sure that they are fully defrosted and that they're warm. Oh, this looks so nice. So at this stage, you can go in and drizzle a little bit more pesto. This pesto is fresh and it hasn't then been baked, and it gives a nice vibrant colour and flavour. There you go. You can add as much as you like. I'm just going to turn off the bake, but I'm going to shut the lid just for a minute or so that that all warms through with those peas, and I'm going to serve. So there we are. There is my pesto sausage tray bake. So simple. You can add a little bit of Parmesan cheese, just a flake across. It's going to taste lovely with the pesto on those potatoes. And then I've made a little bit of a lemony mayo, and that's going to be really nice, just served on the side of that. Really fresh, really summery, but still something made in your Ninja Foodi.